You know, everyone is sad. Or at least that's what they tell me. Hello. I, let me just have a clear space here, because I totally got my vibe, because I had a thought that overlapped another thought. Yeah, I forgot to do the vocal exercise for the before I started, so I tried to do that so that so I'm kind of ready for the stream, but I just forgot to do it today. Anyway, I actually didn't see this one coming. Hold on, let me look at that real quick. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good, okay audio level. The power washer doesn't need to be that loud. So, Powerwash Simulator 2 got its first job update, which is nice because I don't exactly have them. Well, I could have the money, but it's not wise for me to uh, get this DLC when it comes. First DLC, which is Adventure Time. So this is fine for the time being. Anyway. Oh, I almost forgot to change the scenes. Yeah, it doesn't show here, but it does show here when you go into this tab. That's the normal story mode, and this is the new job. It said that there's only one job here for today, and it's supposedly a long one. So let's just see. Please proceed how it's dripping wet, I hope. You know, I'm not the one for small talk, so I'll get straight to it. I gotta been making Model Village out here on the fly for the past 35 years. I've been trying to keep it to myself, but it's become I've been trying to keep it to myself, but it's become encrusted in mud deposits, and I strongly suspect that to be related to my feud with Bigfoot. For reasons that I'll explain, I believe this feud is to be at an end, leaving me free to get this place cleaned up and have it stay that way. Oh, and it does. Okay, yeah, that's how the bonus jobs work. The bonus jobs work. They give you a set of equipment. Let me just pull up the music. I'm almost got myself immediately copyright struck. Let's start with no. This Powerwash Simulator. We gotta do this. Yeah, that'll do. Let's just check around. I kind of want to start from the outskirts. Mm. Okay, let's start from. Let's start from the beyond the railway and then go there and then start going this way back. It's good to be back to this. Whoa. not much has been happening lately. So, not a lot of news to talk about today. Although, the weather here has been pretty consistent for a couple of weeks now. It's been over 0 or no, actually over 5 for most of the weeks. And the spring is rapidly coming in, which is great news for me, because that means that I'll be able to get back to my job, my actual job, because this gives me a 0 penny. Not that I would be making pennies, they would be cents. Welcome to Nutsville, my friend. Believe it or not, this place started out as just a bit of fun. Once I started a heat pump on my treehouse, I didn't have a need for all the matches. I'd bulk bought. So I just started coming up out here and gluing them to get all together. These are wow. Or was that just the framework of the thing? Also, I don't exactly know why, but maybe it's because to satiate my need for snacks, but I've just started eating up ginger. I've had for a long time I had this problem of like just snacking all the time, to the point where I would be going out to store to buy a bag of chips every single day, and that would be my like meal, quote unquote. And well, then I was thinking to myself, oh wait. Also, it was partly because I had been sick for a very long time. So I thought, I realized that ginger is one of those foods that is actually helps your what is it called again? It's not a defense system. I'd actually forget what it's called. Well, anyway, it helps you stay healthy. And then I read up on a bunch of other things that it might or might not do on the internet. And well, it's actually helped me quite a lot to satiate my snack needs. It's amazing what you can do when you can have a snack for like 5 days for less than €1. Then instead of buying a $2 bag of chips every single day and then an energy drink with that. I wasn't destitute or anything like that. That's not the problem. I just, well, it's a survivable amount that the Finnish government gives you when you don't have a job. And I'm technically out of job because, well, it's seasonal work. And I got a bunch of like things, payments that I had to do that took all my savings. Well, not all of them. So it was a good wake-up call to get rid of some bad habits that I had. Wow, these are actually very forgiving for a bonus job. But yeah, seeing that as well, some of the people that I've been working with are already, they have stuff, they have jobs, well, jobs, quote unquote, like, how do you say it? Geeks. They have gigs already, and well, they are arborists, so they do tree stuff, which can be done pretty much any time of the year, but usually when it starts happening more frequently, it's a good sign for me. You know, it's kind of a messed up system that the education system has. Like in what is basically high school, technically it's something different in Finland. We had this age-old question: what do you want to be when you're big? And I always thought to myself, I'm 16. How am I supposed to know what I'm supposed to do for the rest of my life? And I looked at my grades and just looked at the places that I could go to with those grades, and even back then I knew that underload. I also started incorporating things I found in my forest elements. You wouldn't believe that the half of this stuff is made from. For example, those hot air balloons are hornet's nests that I pump full of helium. Well, that's one way to do it, I suppose. Actually, best leave it there. I'll let your imagination do the rest. Yeah. Even back then, I knew that it was going to be kind of hard at the start, because this stuff that I do with the education that I have is seasonal work. I'm a horticulturist, and because Finland only has well, it used to have 6 months of green season. That means like half a year you cannot really do anything unless you do go do some other stuff. But the problem is that people aren't hiring here. It's one of those paradoxical moments where there's both jobs, but there's also joblessness. And do you know why that happens? It's because governments give bonuses to the companies that well, hold on, let me the government gives a bonus to a company when it makes a certain amount of job offerings or job listings per year. But the thing is that they don't need to fill those job offerings in any way. So you get a bunch of jobs that are not supposed to be filled at all, and a bunch of jobless people. But I think that'll be about enough of that for today. I'll be off my soapbox now. It's just it was just something that had been bothering me for a while. Another more brighter news. I think I've finally figured out a rhythm for how I'm gonna do that, like for the time management for my YouTube channel. But well, I'm gonna have to see when when my real job starts again, how I'm gonna have to adjust. Because if I can help it, I wanna keep it still like about just a minimum, a very minimal amount of time between the stream and the clips video coming. I'm not gonna even need those ladders. Where would I actually even use them? I could jump on that. I could also figure out what I'm gonna do after Monster Hunter. Because that is going to have only like couple streams at the most, unless they decide to release the DLC like right this minute. It's almost inspired by Ma's favorite expression, cool beans. She was always saying that. As a real curious child, I was taking things apart, but never faced Ma. I'd come and say things like, Ma, I've disassembled the gathering, left in the top of the hill. Then she'd say, cool beans. I go get it and put it right back up. Hold on. Okay. Oh yeah, Monster Hunter. There's only like a couple of things that there's still that I want to do. I don't want to really do all the event quests. I think those are fine enough on their own because there's nothing that new in most of them. Like the Hunter stream has the contest-winning greatsword, right? That I'll definitely do, and there's a couple. I'll try to do the Apex Arch Tempers. But after that, it's gonna be. I'll probably continue No Man's Sky until something new comes along. I gotta take this off. Can I put this back? No. Well darn. I think I'll do this side now. Oh, and yeah, this is kind of how I wanna keep the Powerwash Simulator going. Whenever there's an update that I'll or a DLC, I'll return to it. Also, how do you? How, what is this material? Like, is this whole thing just filled with resin or something? Ah, yeah. Powerwash Simulator 2 is gonna be just a side project that'll take place whenever I feel. I think it can like take a time slot. For example, tomorrow it's gonna be Mutinics, and I didn't want to skip Mutinics, even though I did do it on Monday. Not Monday, Tuesday. And on Saturday it's gonna be man, I'm really bad at my own schedule, even though I've been doing this for half a year now. It's Voice of the Void. Voice of the Void is gonna be kind of a forever series now. The only reason why I was avoiding it before is because it was still on the 0.8 build. But now that when the 0.9 build got released, well, the shadow test at least, that was basically what I was waiting for with that game. Now the bayous are all done. But when I'm done with a series, one playthrough of Voice of the Void, I'm gonna start another. And the thing is that we're gonna bring along 2 items from a previous save. Just 2. I like running it in a way that where you have a fresh start, and you have a minimal amount of help from outside. I had to get the Omega Curver AI chip from another save because the save was bugged due to 0.9 early test builds being broken like that. It was something to do with the ice that broke the chest. Not chest, the vault. Jesus. You know, that shade of blue is like really common in Finland. Or no. That is Swedish. That is Finnish. That's the shade that like never dies in Finland. There was something about the paint that just it was one of the best lasting paints out that you could get on the market. So a lot of buildings are painted that yellow. But that is Swedish. What I'm saying is that this harbor is very Scandinavian. Oh! I need to add never order even onto this playlist. I'm gonna do that right now. Hold on. Unless I already have. No, it doesn't look like it. Let me go real quick here. Maybe also in absentia logos. But definitely never order even. Yeah, let's add in the absentia logos. This is usually more of a Friday game for me, but because I already have another Friday game already, I just had to make a tough decision to either have Mutadinks today, or delayed by another week, or just do it today. Yeah. But I decided that I'm gonna do this update now. Actually, I need to check something real quick. Yeah, that should be fine. No. It was on shuffle. Yeah. I was gonna check if my playlist is on shuffle, but it has to be. I already know the playlist by heart by now. There's no way, there's no way this song would be playing after the Nier Automata song. It was the theme for the machine village, right? The big tree, at least. Hmm. Or this is a little cute little thing, isn't it? Oh, where's the... there. Ask and you shall receive. Pro tip, no one knows what you want unless you tell them. I'm trying to figure out if these are places that we've been to in this game. This barn definitely isn't one of the places for the barn that we did already. It looks way different. You know how I've been floating around the idea of multi-streaming? Um, I got reminded of another roadblock to that a while back. Uh, apparently on Twitch you are not allowed to show YouTube chat, and the thing is that I want to show my YouTube chat, no, regardless how small it is. So if I were to stream on Twitch, as soon as one of the regulars appears on the chat, I'll be gone from there. And honestly, why does Twitch do that? Like, who cares? Yeah, the user that is using your site is using a competitor, but there's technology to use both of them at the same time. Because the thing is that YouTube and Twitch audiences are two separate beings. People who generally use YouTube don't use Twitch. So there's really no crossover. If there's like one person watching on YouTube, it doesn't mean that you lost someone on Twitch necessarily. And still, there are no better options, like alternatives to multi-stream too. So, I'll be stuck in here. There was that brief moment where that's almost no as one of the things. You know what kind of beans I got here in the village? Red beans. But there's runner beans. Navy beans. Oh. like villagers that are just beans, right? Don't really see any of them here, but I suppose that was the idea. You know what's a crazy little subtle thing about this song? Those little apparently we're talking to this guy again. Dentist beans. Thank you for the dialogue. I forgot what exactly they're called when you play like a chord of like a chord, but you press the keys individually, so you get that do 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 kind of thing. But in this song, like, there's basically no they barely ever hit the final note in the sequence. So even though it's a peaceful song, it's still building up tension. And in the astronomer beans, and in the a complete another shattering of senses, or whatever it was called again. In that song, it's constantly finishing the thing. Like the song is desperately trying to release the tension of the machines descending into limbo. Sewage worker beans. Bean spices. Not to return to the job thing too much, but I definitely need to, when I get back to it, I gotta make sure that I keeping the streams at 2 hours at max, unless the garbage collector beans, because well, I need to, first of all, I need to get my sleep for the job, because I get early mornings, and I need to keep the streams just short enough that I can actually edit them. Without falling behind too much. earlier I was talking about how I started eating, you know, the ginger, like as a little snack. And I today I went to the store. I bought myself some cheese puffs because I felt like I wanted to get some cheese puffs, and I feel like I don't want to actually eat them. So it turns out like healthier life habits can breed healthier lifestyles. Oh, oh, speaking of Everhood 2, I think the devs announced that they're gonna release a DLC for that too, and I'm really excited for that actually. I know it wasn't the cup of tea for everyone else, and watching from the story of the how it was developed, it makes sense why it kind of came out the way it did. But I really enjoyed it. And who knows, maybe this DLC will. Oh wait, no. They worked on a DLC, but that turned into another project, I think. Kind of like, you know, how Silk Song was supposed to be a DLC for Hollow Knight, but it eventually became its own game. About halfway done. Yeah, as I was reading the description of this job, I knew that it was going to be like one stream thing, not even like a side thing. Oh wait, these are supposed to be familiar. That's like the stone ring from the main game, except instead of like a central tile thing, it has this monolith. Hmm. Hopefully next week, my Noita luck gets better. I want to do a full good run. I'll be happy if I get the jungle. That's where I'm at this point. Get the jungle and don't die an embarrassing death. Wait, what nozzles do I have? I didn't even... Professional duty. Yeah, let's go with Prima Vista. Actually, hold on. Let me look at the calendar for a bit here. Because I wanna... No, it's on Tuesday. Yeah, it's my birthday is like coming up real quick-ish. And personally, I don't really care. But some care, so maybe I should do something for them. Like, personally, I stopped celebrating birthdays like 6 years ago already. I've adopted this mentality when a new year comes in. I just change the number mentally in my head what my age is. So when the New Year's came, I immediately went to like, yep, I'm 28 now. Maybe I should rename change the naming scheme for the clips, because they're not just clips. I don't want to call them full videos, even though they technically are. I mean, they're not technically, they are full videos. But I don't like mentally treat them like that. But just thinking out loud, I feel if when someone like stumbles upon my channel and sees the word clips in the video thumbnail or the title, they just I could do better than that. feel like there's less than 50%. Well, there is less than like 40% done. But there's probably a lot of detail in there. I mean, look at this. Does this look like 56% clean? Nope. Let me get that for you. See ya later. Nope, sorry. Oh yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo came to an end. And it kind of left a sour taste in my mouth. I suppose it was supposed to be kind of a epilogue thing. But 28 chapters? Seriously? Like, just as things were starting to get going, I felt like they stopped going. Of course we got a king and queen bean too, but up there in high towers of Castle Casserole. You might not be able to see straight away, but it's covered in a huge clump of cryptid dirt. Do these actually work as a viaduct? Like, is there supposed to be a channel of water going through these? I never thought about that. But that's what a viaduct does. It's a water channel. Like a really early version of plumbing. Whoa. Watch out the... What was the dirt finder button? It's not tab anymore. Or it never was in this game. B? No. Okay, what is the button actually? Controls? Q. It was Q. It was never tab, it was always Q now that I remember it. Nice. I guess there's stuff to say about the thumbnails. Yeah, I always prepare the 5 live stream. Well, I try to prepare the 5 live stream thumbnails the week that on the week that the streams are happening. I really should start doing them on Sundays, like week before. But for Monster Hunter, I wanted to do like a cool pose for the Cocky Messiahs, but it didn't come out the way I really. I wasn't really that happy with it. But I used the red square to find spots that I missed as when I was coloring in. But then it's just kind of started looking like a Godzilla thumbnail, and it just happy little accident. And even today's thumbnail, I didn't look at all what this job would look like, so I had no idea what kind of scenery I should do. So I just threw this little thing together, and as I was drawing it, I wanted to have the JoJo aura on it, and even before that, I wanted to have the dirt splatters all around, you know, because this is a Powerwash Simulator, so there's dirt all around. But even that then felt like... Then I just felt like getting the red square in the background too. And then I added the usual, like the gradient thing that I love doing. And then I thought to myself, man, this is a mess. Kinda like the messes you clean up in this game. Happy little accidents. Where's this last little bit of this forest floor? Ooh, I never finished this area. Yikes. And that's the floor. Oh, that wasn't the floor. That was the forest floor. This is the farm floor. Yep, know the difference. Should I do the railway now? Or aqueduct, as they call it. Oh, that's the outskirts floor. Here comes the choo-choo train. You can actually turn off there. Come on. Nice. Nice. You know, time always flies with this game. I never realized how fast the things are going when it comes to like time. At least for me. Gotta do this other side of this later. It seems so annoying. Actually, no, I'm gonna just do this now. Ooh, I never finished this side. I stopped there. Why? Hmm. Warframe, don't make me come back. I don't have the time and hardware space to return to Warframe now. Maybe when I add another stick of memory. Hey, all in one. Yeah, that was a new update to Powerwash Simulator. What are we watching? Just a little quaint little model city here. Don't worry about missing the most of this. There's gonna be a video about it tomorrow. Should I change my schedule? How big is the update stream? What? Uh, it's just this one job, but it's big enough to. It's a third way, and it's probably gonna. It's gonna. This is gonna be the main thing I do. Don't worry. Next month there's gonna be a whole Adventure Time DLC. Gonna have to. I'm gonna have to. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna check out what kind of pricing it is and check out my money situation when the DLC drops. But I'll still at some point at least do the DLC. Maybe maybe I'll use the allocated money that I got from today because we were, boss was supposed to. I was literally stuck in my edit just now. Yeah, this intro. I really like this intro. This in Absentia logos. That loop. Wow. Yeah, War Without Reason was playing at one point, and I immediately thought to myself, I need to add never even or odd and logos absentia into the playlist. Oh, actually, no. I was just thinking about what I'm gonna do after. Say the name again. Never odd or even. It's the same backwards. It's a palindrome. And logos absentia. I don't know which one you mean to say again. In absentia logo, sorry. Sorry. I was thinking with English brain. Well, no, only the, only the, um, Jesus. Only the 8-2 songs are like palindromes. You have the Mirror Rim and No Devil Leave It On. And Never Odd or Even. Yeah, oh sorry, Greek. I mean, Greek is Latin based, right? It's not. No, my mind is just bouncing all around. You mentioned Greek and my mind went to in a dream barbecue. Well, I was thinking about I want to learn like a new language, and I kind of I kind of want to learn Greek or something like that. I tried to learn Esperanto and well Esperanto mostly, but I gave up on that. And when I was thinking about wanting to learn Greek, that made my mind jump into a Dream Barbecue. Cool game, by the way. Free on Steam. The first chapter. Bulgarian. Mm, yeah, maybe. Well, the problem is that I'm just keeping myself too busy to actually learn a new. I don't have the time to learn a new language, and I really don't have the tools right now. I did a Duolingo for a while, but that just kind of, well, I lost interest, and it decided, and Duolingo decided to sell its soul to the AIs. Hmm. Yeah, I knew that this part was gonna be kind of annoying to clean. Just so much stuff on your way, and you're gonna find the angles. I definitely need to get another temporary, not temporary, external hard drive now, where I can put all my projects. But the projects themselves are not that big. They're like, somehow the editing software that I use is able to compress them into tiny packages that basically take no space on your computer. But the videos themselves, if I'm gonna be doing this like every single day, not every single day, 5 times a week, and it's gonna be around like 3 gigs per stream recording itself, I'm already deleting them as soon as I'm done with the video. Which means that I cannot really return to the project. Actually, no. I can. I have the project saves still on, because they take literally no space at all. But if I don't get a new external hard drive, I'm gonna need to start. I'm gonna need to start deleting the finished projects, which I guess is not that bad, considering that if I ever want to get a full version of it, of the edited video, for some reason to look at on my own computer without using YouTube, I can just export them again. Editor, add a reference to Xavier, Renegade Angel here. You know what's funny? Some people probably do that, actually, on irony, without our irony, when they do recordings. The great thing that I noticed about my commentary style is that I leave enough spaces that you can basically do clean cuts anywhere without it disrupting that much. And that's for a reason. I want these streams to have more relaxing time. You know, I've been like looking at streaming and there's so many people who just scream all the time and they just there's no one is allowed to just have a moment to sit still. Everyone needs to have some kind of key jingling all the time, and even like me, I kind of have that too because I have my own PNG tuber avatar here there. But that's mostly because I don't have a way to. I don't have a good way to have a face cam. Oh, also, I think I need to rebrand my channel a bit because, well, a disappointed red engineer kind of makes you think that there's going to be TF2 content, and currently on my channel there's literally no TF2 content. Well, there's a secret, but that's for me to know, and you to never find out. And while there's that Tangia thing, well, I think the reason why it doesn't work is because I'm not at 500 right now. 500 seems to be the magical number when it comes to... yeah. But yeah, I just need to find the time to make myself a new thumbnail asset and just think about how I'm gonna represent myself again. It's kind of sad that I'm gonna... well, the NG will still be here in spirit, but I'm not the engineer. I'm not pretending to be the engineer. And even though I do main engineer on TF2, I don't... again, there's no TF2 content here. Mostly because, well, for their live streams, I did try it out, but the bandwidth or whatever didn't... it wasn't working. There wasn't enough bandwidth to actually stream and load into maps on TF2. I did test it out, and that's how I learned that I cannot really do it. Although, nah, it wouldn't be the same. I don't wanna really record gameplay on its own and then edit it. That's gonna be like a... well, that would be like... I would need to get rid of one day. And I'm getting to the groove. One day of like just playing TF2 just for recording sake. Nah. At this point, if I want to play TF2, I want to play it on my own. So yeah, at some point I'm going to just change my channel. It's not do a little rebrand. It's not be that drastic overall. Like if you're a subscriber and you see this new name in there, it's gonna be something close enough that you should be able to put the pieces together that hey, that's the one guy that I subscribed to. Especially when my thumbnails will be probably looking similar as they do now. Those are not changing because I haven't been using the NG at all. I got the idea for the name already. But for the thumbnail, I really don't have an idea. Not thumbnail, profile picture. That's the main reason why I haven't done the rebrand already. I was already thinking about it before I even started streaming. I guess I'd talk about like the idea behind the channel. So originally, when I decided to go by, well, actually, the Disappointed Red Engineer is already its own rebrand. And well, I'm not gonna talk about what came before. Those dark times are gonna stay there. But the idea was that, you know, there's also all those like YouTube channels who just pop up everywhere, like a normal guy with a mustache, or Justin Y. I kind of wanted to be like a YouTube character like that. Just someone who appears in all comment sections. And well, after, well, I didn't put that much effort in. It was the idea behind the channel. And after like doing it a while, I realized that I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not the kind of guy who can pull off a channel like a comment channel. But it did do me well, apparently. I mean, 540 subs don't come out of nowhere. Someone had to look at a comment of mine and be like, hey, I like what that guy is saying. And then last year, actually, oh my god, is it getting? Oh my god, it might actually be getting. Might be getting actually a full year close to the full year. And I thought I started 6 months ago. No. Bigfoot clever, alright. Not only can it track us, but it can even read our writing. Okay. A while back I even saw it getting into a helicopter. Oh, yeah, that guy is just some guy. Thinking about it, that was the last time I saw it. I hope it's okay. I mean, I know we had our runs and all, but I wish it the best with the Harry Enigma. But yeah, the reason why I started streaming is because I had another job that was like only the summer season. Well, not even the full summer season long. And after that, I didn't have really much to do, so I just started streaming. Mostly for fun, because, well, it won't be a while until I can actually monetize this shit. And even back then I was thinking about, well, it was, I started, one of the reasons why I started was because I just wanted something to do. The other reason was I wanted to have a reason for drawing. I enjoy making art, and even though it's not that good, I would say, it's for me. And needing to make a thumbnail 5 times a week, it seemed like a nice challenge to actually make myself improve. And I gotta say, I think I've improved quite a lot since I started. Hell, I started the first thumbnails that I did with a mouse and MS Paint. Even though I had a drawing tablet. At first I thought it would be like, you know, a cute little signature for my channel. But quickly I realized that nah, it just it doesn't actually look like anything. Then I slowly started to take it more seriously. And learning the program, it's been fun. Sometimes I just have a feel, instead of, like, you know, playing a video game or watching YouTube, I just have to get the feeling of wanting to just draw again. No reason, not to show anyone. Just for me to do something. I'd say this has kept me kind of sane for the entirety of the past 4 months. Well, not even 4 months yet. It's still 3 months. I'm also like thinking about changing the video schedule to be from whenever I'm finished with the video to actually more organized. What I was thinking is that I'll release the previous days clips, again name pending. Gotta figure out something real quick for that. I'll release the previous stream clips after I've done a stream. So, for example, after I'm done with this, there will be like a 30-minute break, and then I'll upload yesterday's stream. That's just an example. The previous day's stream is already the previous clips is already done, but for example, tomorrow I'll release this stream's clips after I'm done with Mugenics. Because while I'm doing this mostly for fun, it would be awesome to actually get some money out of this. Editor, take that clip out of this. My hunger for money will be a bought secret. Mainly I'm airing this out now because if I don't, I'm gonna be thinking about it the entire night. I keep myself awake. Hold on. Just a sec. Okay. Yeah, part of my insomnia is just me not unable to calm my brain. I've learned some ways to cope with it, like actually calm my brain out. But it doesn't always work. Sometimes I'm just way too hung up on something and I just keep myself awake for hours. Do you know what it's like to, lay in the bed, force your eyes open, you force your eyes closed for 6 hours? It's not fun. I will say that. Insomnia is one of those things that I wouldn't
wish upon my worst enemies. It's just terrible, Anna. Just knowing that I have that and how it's gonna actually it's going to make my life shorter. It's just kind of a terrifying thought. But hey, Walmart. Just the finishing touches now. I definitely missed some things. Or else I would be getting the last 5 things no, last 3 things. These trees and their folds. The gate? Stop showing me in my peripheral vision. It makes me jump around. Not actually doing anything. there. Oh, I missed a lot of stuff actually. What? The quay? That's what it's called? Didn't know that it's called a quay. Hmm. Gonna have to memorize that fact. Actually learned something from it. Oh. Alright. Oh, umbrella. Have you played the I said I gotta mute your Genix without Binding of Isaac? I've never played Binding of Isaac, but I know, like, well, the basic idea of Binding of Isaac. Unfortunately, I'm kinda late on that train, so... Oh. Just putting some finishing touches here. Unfair. Well, to make up for that, I've been thinking about Cult of Lamb, actually. The thing about that Binding of Isaac is that it has just way too many expansions for me to get into at this point. But Cult of Lamb is early enough that I might be able to actually enjoy it and maybe catch up to the, you know. I switched from my phone to my TPC and the stream is still lagging. It's lagging? It's fine on my end. Ooh. Hmm. That's concerning. Don't really know anything how if it is an actual problem. then I don't know how to really fix that without actually getting like a new new internet provider and a modem, which I cannot really do right now. Wheelbarrow, Stein, hay bale, silo. Wow. Oh, this bush. The fence. Alright, just 2 more things. Wait, did I accidentally reference Binding of Isaac? Ooh, that's... How did I miss this? Nice. Just about 2 hours. Hazebrow's village looks amazing. If only Ma could see it now, gleaming away like this. I'll give you one guess what she'd say. Unfortunately, she's not back from hot yoga until 7, so it'll have to wait. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I was thinking about changing the... I was thinking about changing the schedule for releasing videos. I think I'm gonna release the clips video actually after the stream tomorrow. I'm gonna start doing it like that. There's an item called broken modem. Ah, I see. I'm gonna try to make my actual schedules more uniform instead of just making a video and then releasing it wherever. Oh, that's kind of cool. Anyway, weekend is starting tomorrow. And who am I to say no to these beats?